once welcome to Gambia College, the principal of Gambia College office, and whereby today we are having two important men here. I know that you will be very happy to hear what they are going to tell you. Viewers, I told you that I'm here for you, and we are also here for the betterment of the institution. So please keep on watching, subscribe, and like the page. Good afternoon, Mr. Principal and Mr. Yabo, the Registrar. You are welcome once more to my channel. Firstly, we are here today because there are one or two things that my viewers would like to know about what is going on in the institution and etc. Within our last episode, we asked you some issues about grade issue, and you told us that it's about the level of the registry to be able to respond to that issue, and you were even having a meeting. My viewers are keep on asking that they are still struggling on this grade issue. I don't know what you have to tell my viewers this afternoon, Mr. Principal.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I say good afternoon and hello to your viewers wherever they will be watching. As I told you, when it comes to grading at this institution, eventually when the grades are ready at the school level, they pass through a process, and that is they come for vetting at the academic board. So the academic board would review those grades that are presented and then would either okay them or not. So those grades that are okay are the ones that are sent to the registry. For the registry to then process them into transcripts and forward the student list to give them attestations. So those are the people that they would say they are ready for attestations. So anybody who is not approved at academic board level, or as a result of either you're having a fail or something else, you cannot ask the registry for any or for your documents, because your documents will still be in your school to be processed. But the registrar is here, so he is in a better position to explain his function as the registrar of the institution.
Okay,
yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Maxwell, and viewers out there. Good afternoon. Just as you rightly said, the registry are in charge of the grades or the issuing of the attestations, because I'm sure talking about the grade circles around the attestation issue, that is going on presently. What the principal actually said, that is how it goes. Schools will process the students, get their grades. The grades, before they reach the registry, they will go through that process to be approved by the academic board. They are approved. That is the time my office receives the list of those who don't have any areas, that is academic areas, we send to us, then we issue them. And so far so good. This year I can say presently we have issued almost 90% of the attestations. That means over 90% of the students don't have any grade issue. Yeah, as a big institution, at times I know people out there may not understand, they may not know, but maybe seeing this they will really realize, some of the things that happens at the college in terms of grades or issuing of the attestations. Actually, students go through this process, 3 years process, some 2 years. Now, during that period, every semester, there is assessment. Those assessment grades are what the school will collate at their end there and process it. And at the end of the final semester, they will collate everything that is going to produce what we call their cumulative grade point average, that is the CGPA. And that is what is normally taken to the academic board for the academic board to look at it. There are instances where some students will have gaps, though their CGPA will be above our requirement, which is 2.5 and above. But they will have gaps. If you have any gaps in your coursework from the first year to the final year, you cannot be attested, even if you meet our required CGPA. So some of them, that is the issue. They will say, well, I don't have any problem, but actually they don't check. Some of the students, being a large institution, some of those things used to happen. Or some students may, along the line, they may even forget that there is a particular semester that they have not done A, B, and C. And for the advanced programs, at times it's the project. The project work students will not finish it, and that's a partial fulfillment of the requirement of the course. So if you don't finish your project, you will not get the project score, and obviously you will not get your attestation. So these are some of the things that surround this grading issue and the issue of the attestations. But as I said, thank God this year for School of Education, which is our largest school, I can say over 90% of the students have received their attestations now.
Okay, if I may ask, does this grade issue have something to do the registration, it have something to do with their courses registration on the portal, or it have nothing to do with that?
No, for the portal registration, which is done every semester, has nothing to do with the grades, but that has something to do with the payment of the tuition fee. If you don't pay the tuition fee, you cannot register on the portal. Yeah, for the grades, those ones, they have nothing to do with the portal registration.
Okay, and still my question goes to you. We want to know the reason why, since you are the registrar, we want to know the reason why up to now your school of education have not been able to upload their timetable on the portal for the students to be able to register their courses. Because if you are saying it's about tuition fee, some of the students are commenting saying that they have paid their tuition fee, but still they cannot register on the portal. I don't know if you can tell my viewers something about that.
Yeah, actually, I think, just as I said, we started just about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now, I think why School of Education have not supplied their students or their timetable on the portal, because they are allowing us to settle down. Because if you put it on the portal, that means it's finalized. So before you put a final verse on there, because up to last year, there are adjustments here and there. Just as I said, it's a very big school, and the manpower that we have, the number of lecturers we have, are all not full-timers. You hire the service of the part-timers. Here and there, they will come and request for adjustments. So in order to avoid uploading and bringing it down, putting another one there, we are taking our time. Probably next week, we will upload it and ask the students to register.
Okay, Mr. Principal, there was a comment that came on one of the video whereby the students said on the orientation video, they said the principal said there's no sponsorship for this current student. I don't know, is it a rumor or is something that is real?
No, I wouldn't say there is no sponsorship. What I would say is that as an institution, we will only recognize people who have been issued with sponsorship letters, and that also would be accompanied by payments. So I'm not the one that is responsible for sponsoring people outside, so I wouldn't say nobody would sponsor anybody. Of course, even most of these people are sponsored because either you are sponsored by your parents, your brothers, or your destiny. So I was making reference to some of the people that said they are sponsored by MOPSI. And I asked them whether they have evidence that they are actually sponsored by MOPSI. Because an evidence to say that you have been sponsored means that MOPSI have to actually acknowledge that they are sponsoring you. It doesn't mean automatically, it's not automatic that you are a qualified teacher, you've applied on your own to come to the college, so you are automatically on scholarship. MOPSI will have to look at the people that they want to sponsor, will issue them with sponsorship letter, either in the form of a group sponsorship letter or individual sponsorship letter, whatever they choose to do, and then we will negotiate on how do they pay. So that is what I said, but I wouldn't say that nobody will be sponsored. But that is not within my powers.
I think this one has been cleared to my viewers. And we want to know one thing, that I think, what are the process if MOPSI, because some of them who are like in service, that they are done their diploma primary, they are coming for the advanced secondary and advanced primary, are they not automatically direct sponsored by the MOPSI, or they still need to have an award letter? Because I want my viewers to really know what they want.
Actually, it's not automatic. They must be sponsored by MOPSI, and MOPSI must put it in writing. So it's not automatic. And we have seen even over the years, people who come here in service and eventually would have to go back because MOPSI is not sponsored.
So meaning that before there will be any sponsor, MOPSI have to give them an award letter or write to the institution that they must be sponsored?
Yeah, that's obvious.
Okay. Okay. So we want to know that are these sponsors, are they paying by individual or it's on a group sponsor?
Yeah, it depends on, as I said, sponsors are varied. Even a parent can be a sponsor. A philanthropist can be a sponsor. So there are people that are only sponsoring individuals and they give the individual letters, like the MRC Holland Foundation, and they pay for them individually. The Ministry of Higher Education gives individual sponsorships, an individual sponsorship letter, even if it's sometimes if they join them, but they will tick and give each of them a copy of the letters. The Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education sometimes do a group cover letter to say the people that are attached in this letter would be sponsored by the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education.
Guys, you can hear from the principal what he just made it very clear to us. And within our interview with the vice principal suggested that because we were looking up to students who are being enrolled and they don't even know the way forward of registering their courses on the portal, sometimes there are small issues, and the vice principal was saying sometimes they have to take their problems to the union office in which it cannot be hold, it cannot be solved. So she was suggesting that the school Gambia College needs something like student support office, whereby when they have any issue, they have to go to that office, or they have to have a department specially for that. Is it that the school have it and it's not working, or we don't have it at all in Gambia College?
We do not actually have a specific office that we will call the Student Support Services Office, responsible for giving this required support to the students. And that's why the office of the Registrar is an expanded office. If a student needs some IT related things, the registry can refer them to the IT. If they need things that can be solved, we've asked the student union that is closer to them because they know their problems. So we also engage the services of the student union leadership, and yes, so basically that is what we have. Gradually, as we transform, we will be having deans and other offices that will be established. So we may be having a dedicated office that will be responsible for student services. But currently what we have is the traditional way of administering the schools, and that is through the office of the registrar.
So, Mr. Registrar, did you also have something to tell the viewers based on?
Yeah, maybe just to add up to what the principal said. Actually, the students, I know really they are getting some issues, but we do assist them. But mostly their problem is with this IT, just what you have highlighted. All the schools are giving IT support team from the IT department to help such students. If they have some of these issues, that's where we refer them to their various schools, and they give them that assistance. Also, as he said, the student union also normally help us a lot. So normally beginners do have those issues, but as time goes on, they get settled down.
But your students, Mr. Principal, are having problem on this internet. They are saying that they are paying internet fee, but they cannot even upload a single paper. I don't know whether you are aware about it, and what have you done, or what are the improvements so far, and what you can also tell your students about it.
I don't know what you mean by upload a single paper, because
meaning they are trying to say that the internet is very low.
As far as I'm concerned, the internet that is provided to the students is the same internet that is provided to my office, and I'm using it. I know that as a third world country, the internet is not the best in terms of the speed, but internet is available. But one thing that we must clarify is that the internet that fees that they are asked to pay is calculated at the rate of $3 per day.
Okay.
So $3 a day, if you claim that you have paid, it's only meant for you to type www.gambiacollege.edu.gm and your $3 is gone. So as individuals, they must look at what they have contributed towards the internet. And it's not about the internet that is in that amount. We have the labs that are established. We have the portal system that we are talking about. So if they are talking about registering their courses on the portal system, it's not done in isolation from the internet. If they are talking about attending the classes using the computers, it's not in isolation with the internet. And they must calculate how much they have paid for the year, divided by the number of days, and they will realize that on the whole, they are not even supposed to browse a page per day.
Okay, Mr. Principal, I don't know whether Mr. Principal and the registrar is aware about lack of chairs in the Gambia College. That students cannot even get chairs, but they're looking by. When we asked the vice, he was saying that the students are the cause of all those things. Sometimes they used to even go away with the chairs and stronging the chairs and breaking them and spoiling some of the facilities in the college. I don't know, is it that one, is it an excuse or is something that is really going on? Why we don't have chairs?
I must qualify it. I know that we have enough chairs, even currently, even with all the things that have gone. So you cannot qualify it and say lack of enough chairs, and I'm sure you will take your cameraman to all the offices at the MRC or at this thing to prove my point that because lack of chairs, then we would have closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
so,
some students will say that when they are having other courses, they have to be taking chairs from each other places to.
No, because the hall is not meant for chairs to be permanently there.
Okay.
There are different programs that are organized at the hall, and the arrangements will differ. So those students that have general classes at the main hall, they will have to transport their chairs from the classroom to the hall, and when they are ready, they are supposed to take those chairs back. So we are not going to employ people who will be facilitating those things, because we would even not know who are the people that will need those chairs. But as far as the hall is concerned, it is not supposed to be having stationary permanent furniture that is not movable, because somebody may be interested in organizing a wedding on a Saturday at the hall. So what would you do? So the hall is meant for, it's a multi-purpose hall. So we use it for different purposes, and yes, so they will continue to carry furniture. They are not in the lower basic where they used to be in the classroom and the teacher just come teach and disappear. Here is a tertiary institution, so they would be moving. So they would have to sometimes leave their furniture and move even up the garden and receive their lectures at the garden. So sometimes they would have to move to a bigger hall where different classes will be joined to facilitate general classes.
Okay. Mr. Principal, if I may still come back to you again, looking up to chalkboard, since it's an institution and also a tertiary institution, are they not lacking such like chalkboard or some of these things? And sometimes some of them also, you go to where they have lectures, like in the hall, you meet like sometimes 300 students in a particular hall. I don't know whether you can explain something to my viewers about it, the improvement that have taken place so far now.
Chalkboard, I'm not sure if there is any issue of chalkboard as far as the classrooms are concerned. All classrooms have chalkboards. So as I said, if I take you to if I have a practical class and I take you to the farm, don't expect me to carry a chalkboard there. I'll be speaking to you as a lecturer. And the mode of delivery depends on whether I want to teach you or I want to lecture you. So there are projectors that the School of Public Health hardly use their chalkboard. They have screens and projectors. The School of Education have been given their projectors. So some lecturers may not even need to use the chalkboard, they may just project their notes. But as I said, this is a tertiary institution, so the issue of chalkboard will soon phase out and people will have to be given their lectures using the available projectors and other devices. But that notwithstanding, we are not claiming to be a first world institution where all the facilities are in place, and that is why our tuition fee is currently less than $200 for the whole year. So for an institution that is charging $200 for the whole year, obviously you do not expect to have miracle in the thing. When institutions in the developed world, if we are to compare ourselves to the institutions in the developed world, in America you are charged $18,000 US. So we are not talking about even 1,000. We are talking about 200, less than $300. So if you pay less than $300, so you must never compare yourself with those that have paid 18,000, or even those that have paid like 3,000 in the case of some Ghanaian institutions and those sort of things.
And what about this large of classrooms? Large, that the students, you meet a particular class and the students in the class are more than 300 to 400.
Yeah,
In a hall.
I've attended classes in a university, not even a college. I've attended classes in the university where there are 500 in the auditorium. So institutions, we are supposed to lecture students. When the students are given their course outlines, they are supposed to do half of the work. 50% of the work is supposed to be done by the student. So the lecturer can come and get an overhead projector, project what he wants to project, gives his lecture and disappear. So like class sizes, I found them even in the UK when I was doing my masters. In the Octagon in Sheffield, the class size is large if you go to the Octagon. So it depends on what lectures you are giving. So if I am to teach chemistry, for instance, and you go to the lab, so you will have a smaller class size. But if I am teaching English literature, or history, or some of the general courses in education and professional studies, I'm not doing any calculations, for instance. I'm not demonstrating a specific instrument that I need to work on. So obviously, if I am to lecture, which is one of the delivery modes, if I'm not teaching, I'm lecturing. If I am to lecture, I can lecture 1,000 people.
Mr. Yabo, did you have anything to at least speak about what the principal said in council to the viewers or your students out there?
Yeah, maybe just to add up to what the principal has said. I think, people need to understand that it's a developing country and not everything can be made available. But what we have actually, history we have recorded the Gambia College, we have been doing well and we will still continue to do well. The minimum resources we have as a developing country, we are really going to use that to do our best. And we are doing that, we are definitely trying that. So I think what we need is support from people. Whoever is out there can give any support to the institution. You're welcome.
Guys, as I told you, anybody who wants to support the institution and both the students should write to the principal of Gambia College, the vice principal and the registry office, so that they will be able to tell you what you need to do. It is very, very important. And don't write to any other person apart from these three people that their email and their telephone numbers will be issued under the video, please. And to be coming into this our conversation, we want to know there are students that they have problem of paying tuition fee, and we are living in a community whereby money is really a problem. And what mechanism have you put in place to help those type of people? Mr. Registrar, before I go to the principal.
Yeah, one thing I know of is most of the students who actually, if they bring their problem for us, the principal have, a way of waiving tuition for them. So that is happening. Apart from, the MOPSI small loans we usually give scholarship to those needy students. Okay. But actually we have people who are struggling to pay the tuition.
Okay, Principal, if you give us a briefly.
Okay, yeah, and it's not only about being given scholarship or being given a tuition waiver. We also have the issue of where the students are allowed to pay at a pace that is affordable. So we do not ask that you have to pay everything before you start. So some students will pay gradually over the period of 12 months. As I told you, if you divide what they are supposed to pay by the year, it's like every month a student is supposed to pay 1,000 or thereabout. So we understand the dynamics in the country, we understand the economic situation.
So what do you have to tell the viewers outside there to summarize our conversation? What do you want to tell the viewers?
Yeah, I wish to thank you for providing the platform, and I want to also tell the viewers that the Gambia College is here for everybody. It's not only for, it's in fact not for the well-to-do, because most of the students that we have are people that are from Afro-Gambian lifestyle, and the environment is just normal. There is no hustling or competition between our students, and we are a very friendly institution. So anybody who wants to come, whether you are Gambian or non-Gambian, you would love to study here. The tuition fees are affordable, so it's a nice place to experience. I have learned in different parts of the world. In Sierra Leone, I've been in Nigeria, I've studied in other countries outside of Africa. So the cultures are different, but I know that this is one of the best places to study because I have studied here as a student myself.
Mr. Yabo, any last word to your viewers?
Yeah, maybe the last word will be just to tell them to, continue having confidence in Gambia College. That definitely the Gambia College administration is out there to provide, to do their best to make sure that, what the nation needs in terms of middle-level manpower development, we are doing it.
Thank you very much. Guys, I just want to call your attention. Please make sure that you subscribe, you like the page, and also don't forget, as the principal told you, we'll come back to the principal and the registrar again. Concerning students, some of you that you are saying that you are from Nigeria and is it Malawi? I think I forget some of the countries that are still commenting that they want to attend Gambia College under their RN school and their public health school. Some of you also were asking whether if you school in the Gambia here, you are eligible to work with the certificate within the whole world. You know that you cannot school in Nigeria and you cannot use the certificate in the Gambia here. But we'll come on an episode whereby they are going to explain to you how you can apply or some of the important or the process that you can pass through. And also, please, we are appealing. We need an assistance, especially the students in Gambia College. Some of them have financial problem. And also, we will take you around to the campus whereby you see Gambia College campus and you see some of the things the NGOs from Ghana, Holland, Sweden, anywhere within the world. Please write to the registry, write to the principal and the vice, and any assistance that you have, please try and do it and you'll be blessed. Stay tuned and watch us for the next video.
Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button for more videos.